Those who have watched budget after budget, it is tempting to assume that we are engaging in the same dance as our predecessors. Let me assure you, nothing about this is typical. That's why our solutions won't be either. There are two paths to bridge this gap. The first is the most sustainable and the fairest path. This is the path of ending the drain on our city and raising taxes on the richest New Yorkers and the most profitable corporations. The onus for resolving this crisis should not be placed on the backs of working and middle-class New Yorkers. If we do not fix this structural imbalance and do not heed the calls of New Yorkers to raise taxes on the wealthy, this crisis will not disappear. It will simply return, year after year, forcing harder and harsher choices each time. And if we do not go down the first path, the city will be forced down a second, more harmful path. Faced with no other choice, the city would have to exercise the only revenue lever fully within our own control. We would have to raise property taxes.
We will have to raise property taxes. Man, Commie Mamdani. Commie Mamdani is... Look, this is what you saw right here. This is the socialist communist playbook. This is what he's going with. This is what he said. He said, well, if I can't take from them, I'm going to take from you. You know who he's referring to? You, New Yorkers. Us. The middle class. The middle class that work their ass off, working 9 to 5 for years, 40, 50, even 60-hour work weeks, to be able to save enough money, do the right things, and buy a home. And now, when you think that that was the right investment because it's more affordable than renting, perhaps some of the utilities might be easier to manage, now your cost has gone up. Your cost is going to go up. Why? Because the enemy aren't going to get taxed. We have Kathy Hochul, who is pretty much going back and forth with Mamdani, and is like, well, I don't know about taxing these billionaires because you know what? They might just do what they've been doing in California and just leave. And she's right. And she's right. And for the very first time, he's dealing with the deficit. The deficit that Eric Adams has been talking about for years, or mentioned a couple years ago. And granted, it's his fault too. But still, this guy went out of his way and said it was a lie. Commie Mamdani said Eric Adams lied about that $12 billion deficit. And now that he actually has to deal with it, he's like, oh, snap. It's his fault that we're in this position. But you know what? I know the solution. The solution is that we're going to tax billionaires. Well, it ain't that easy. This is what Cuomo said to you in the debate. He says, you don't know about this. You don't know about this. You're a kid. You're a rookie. You don't know about how to manage funds between government and city and state, state and city. You don't know about this, and this is what he's dealing with. He has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea what he's doing, and I didn't expect nothing less from someone whose first job was at the age of 27. This guy's a nepo baby. He's as privileged as they come. His mother and his father are millionaires. This guy is apparently a New Yorker. How many New Yorkers do you guys know that didn't have a job till the age of 27? There's only two type of New Yorkers you find that have never held a job before the age of 27. There's only two. There's bums and privileged folks. That's it. There's no in between. Like, come on, even working at a deli store or a Macy's or something like that, everyone at least has done some sort of work. This guy's his first job rather, was at the age of 27. He's as privileged as they come. And he's trying to lecture you and tell you that we should sacrifice our own for another group of people who haven't earned shit. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair. And this is the problem with a lot of you socialist cucks. You guys think that it's easy. Oh, we could just, we're going to give you free stuff. We're going to give you free buses. We're going to give you all these free supermarkets or free deli stores, whatever it was he was trying to open up. We're going to give you all these things. You know why? Because we care about you and we want you to stop suffering. We think that you deserve it. And we think that the rich don't deserve it because they take advantage of your misery. This is the message. This is the message. And now he has to deal with the fact that the Kathy Hochul is not going to give him, or rather is apparently not going to tax these billionaires. So his other choice his only other choice is I'm going to tax the middle class. So every single homeowner, you're going to get taxed. You know why? Because the billionaires can get taxed. So don't get mad at me because the governor of New York doesn't want to help me get taxes from these other people. I don't understand. What do you mean? You can't figure it out? You have a budget. This is what you do. You say, hey, well, I don't need this program. Let's get rid of this program. Let's get rid of it. Matter of fact, here's a solution for you. Let's get rid of every single LGB plus minus community programs because they don't need that funds. They have the same amount of rights as any other New Yorker. Okay, let's get rid of every single one of these programs. Let's get rid of every single one of these woke programs and let's work from scratch. How about that? But no, you can't do that because then you lost pretty much half your vote. Like this guy got into office by the votes of non-New Yorkers, like New Yorkers that have been here less than 5 years. Like, what kind of cuck shit is this? I don't get it, right? And then there are people out here lecturing you and telling you that this is the way. This is how you solve problems. This is how you end the oligarch. Bernie Sanders loves saying the oligarch. Why is it that there's so many billions of dollars that went to Trump's campaign? Oh my God, bro, you got the same thing, yo. When RFK called you out, you did the same thing. You took money. You took money from these people, and so did Mamdani. This guy's a Soros baby. He's Soros funded, right? And now we have to deal with this. See, this is the problem with socialism: is that you guys don't understand what hard work is. You guys haven't earned anything. Well, you guys think you deserve the same thing that everyone else has. No, you don't deserve nothing. No one deserves anything. You go out, you work hard, and you earn it. You earn it. You're not given anything. Nothing here is for free. And now he's hurt because the $12 billion deficit that he inherited, which is true, he can't find the solution for it. So if you can't find the solution for that, how are you going to afford to give free buses and free supermarkets to the city? You're not going to be able to. Just think about what we're talking about here. This last week, Poly Market opened up a free store. So, and you know what it was funded by? Capitalism. Capitalists funded that. Right? So, we're in deep trouble, bro. We're in deep trouble, guys. Like New York, we're in deep trouble, man. All the hard work that us middle class had to endure all these years, the 9 to 5, the 40, 50, 60-hour work weeks, we had to overcome so that we can save money and then buy our home that we purchase so that we can build generational wealth, so we can grow our children, raise our children rather, in these homes. And now you're making it more difficult for us to do that. For that, I might as well move to Long Island or New Jersey or upstate. Like, what is the point of living in New York City if everything's already expensive and now you're making it more expensive? And who's suffering from this? Just the middle class. The middle class, because the rich are going to find a way to avoid taxes, or they're just going to leave. You know what I mean? They're not gonna have to deal with that. They don't have to. They can just leave. This is the reality. But thank you, Commie Mamdani. Thank you for all the non-New Yorkers who voted for this communist to come into our country, to our city, and promote these socialist policies. And now we're going to have to suffer from this. We're going to have to suffer this for the next couple of years. Because this guy is incompetent. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just talking. He's a great speaker, by the way. He's just talking. And we're going to suffer. So thank you guys, all you libtards that voted for this cuck. Because now us hardworking people who earned everything are going to suffer. Thank you.